I decided he should go to one place, the police headquarters. If I wanted updated information, the police was sure place to go. I could find alphabetized files, photos, addresses and phone numbers. Everything that I needed, they had. I'll go to Rotorua with Zoe tomorrow. Colonel Max Spendilten stepped out into the outside world to find it the same as yesterday, isolated. I have never admitted to anyone but his half-brother that he was totally terrified of dogs. When I was a boy of 7 years, my father Quinty had brought home a stray puppy. The puppy, although cute and cuddly, I thought as a young Max to be a scratching post and used me often. To this day, up until he traded in his flesh for steel, the Colonel had long ugly emotional scars on as the real ones healed, due to my healing factor. Now as I walked through the dead city, I would welcome even the sight of that evil puppy and its evil family. After what seemed an hour of walking, I felt the grip of guilt settle in my stomach. The smart thing to have done was brought Zoe along with him. Awake or not, this city was obvious no place to leave a little girl behind. I was ready to turn around to go back to the library when suddenly my sensors beeped. Max stilled as he reckoned, for assailants were quietly surrounding him. They carried traditional weapons, Tadaha and Wahika, and were slowly cutting off my exit. As relieved as I was, finally seeing other signs of life, I activated my tracking program. These people were hostile and did not deserve the kind words that this colonel had for them. One of them charged at me, raising the weapon high. My arm swung around and knocked the punk right onto his ass. As soon as that happened, the other 3 joined the brawl. A Tadaha snapped across my neck, and a Wahika smacked against my right arm. Neither, of course, injured or even scratched the surface of my skin. With another swipe, I knocked the 2 men down without causing them much harm. The one with the Wahika jumped up from the ground and started to run at me. I just kind of stood there for a few seconds, waiting for him to get closer. I pulled out my katana and our blades clashed. I pushed him back, as he tried to keep in one spot and push me back. The aide jumped back just a bit. "You will not win this, Spendilten. I know all about you and your powers." "Spendilten, I ain't have come to destroy you," Abe yelled as he started to run at me. I just kind of stood there waiting for him to get closer again to me. "So you do know what I can do, so you know that you are out of your league, and you can possibly never win," I teased. "Yet everyone knows what yous can do, bro, and I plan to put an end to yous up, for short," the aide replied. "Lightning storm blast," I yelled as I sent the lightning storm blast just in front of Abe so that it would knock him off his feet. Abe jumped into the air, jumping over the lightning storm blast. Abe landed in front of me, looking me right in the eyes. Abe slid back just a little, and stood in his fighting stance. I jumped into the air. "Let's get this on," I yelled as I landed a kick to Abe's face. I landed just behind Abe. Abe spun around very quickly, landing the punch to my gut. I countered with a low sweeping kick, knocking him off his feet and down to the ground. Abe was now lying on his back, seemingly to not be moving. I jumped up and landed on top of Abe, and started to pound him with a left then a right combo to the head. Abe threw up his legs and arms, throwing me up in the air like a rag doll. I landed back down to earth, with a big thud. I slowly tried to lift my body up off the ground, but I kept falling back down to the ground. "I have to get back up. I have to smash that fracking creature," I thought to myself, as I just kind of lay there on the ground. I pushed with all my strength, and at that moment I jumped up as it came charging at me, to be continued.